Welcome back to Witness and Soy Palestino, Osama Qashoo's exploration of the world of Cuba's underclass.
Maybe it was the language barrier. Maybe it was our developing friendship. But Louisito began to tell me things he would not normally say out loud. Every day, he sings about never going back to the east of Cuba. But in fact, he has been saving for many years to visit his mother. Like in Palestine, moving around the country is very difficult. And like many Palestinians, Louisito can't afford the journey back home. He makes less than $2 a day, which is just enough to feed him and pay for his parking space where he sleeps in his box. I understand Louisito's sadness about not being able to see his family. Being displaced myself, I have not been able to see mine for many years, so I know how separation like that feels. Despite his sadness, Louisito hits out to the street once again to entertain the other Palestinos. But he is more than their entertainer. He is their voice. And sometimes, his music can reach beyond human ears.
El primo. No, pero yo no puedo verlo.
El sombrero mexicano
Tampoco.
¿Eh? De la base baila bonita, oye tú. ¿La vas a bailar, sí o no?
No.
Mira, vamos a recordar esta canción de aquella década religiosa que dice así.
Americano en tiempo, ¿no?
Pero no, ya sé que tú lo que quieres bailar es discoteca, ¿no?
I'm very impressed by Louisito's performance skills and the way he engages with his audience. For a homeless guy in an isolated country, his musical repertoire is amazing, and he knows how to get the crowd up and moving.
Como por agua que viene por manguera. Cada día la gente viene echando pa' acá. Como por agua que viene por manguera. Negrón, Calvón, Flacón, Ecobón.
La evacuación de ciudadanos extranjeros del país árabe se aceleró hoy con la huida masiva de miles de naciones para un intercambio de prisioneros.
Hassan denunció que son condiciones israelíes todas las propuestas de Naciones Unidas.
Louisito shares some bad news with me. Israel has been bombing Lebanon and Gaza for days now. Suddenly Palestine, the real Palestine, breaks on the streets of Havana.
Un país pobre y un país que está en guerra y que están matando gente y ya tú sabes. ¿Tú me entiendes? Y aparte un poco familiar de él se va a matar esa gente allá.
Louisito is worried about me. I'd spent days trying to get in touch with my family. It was hopeless. Like one Palestinian to another, he decided to fly the flag that I always keep in my bag.
Louisito, ¿qué bandera es esa? ¿Qué nacionalidad?
Palestino. Venga acá.
Con el permiso público, que hay una llamada urgente. ¿Cómo está Palestina por allá? No, ahí lo que queremos es que haya paz. Sí, paz, mucha paz. ¿Eh? Sí, Palestina. Palestina y yo palestino. Sí, es la misma mierda. Bueno, gracias. Muchas gracias. Sí, el saludo va para ahí, voy para ti. Bueno, chao.
I am touched by the solidarity shown by everyone we meet in the street. Before I left Cuba, I wanted to help Louisito go home and visit his mother, and also for me to catch a glimpse of Cuban Palestine. So I hired a taxi to take us both to the east. And for the first time, I hear Louisito singing about going back home.
Aunque dicen que pa' vayamos, creo que nos vamos mañana. A ver, mañana o hoy. No, hoy. Hoy a las 5 de la mañana.
We were both very excited about going to the east of Cuba. I had not been to my Palestine for many years, and Louisito had not been to his Palestine for many years either. The closer we get, the more I feel Louisito's excitement. I am getting a bit nervous too, as if I'm going to meet my own family.
¿Cuánto tiempo? 2 horas y media. 2 horas y media. ¿Nos vayamos? Vámonos. Palestina. ¿Estamos bien? ¿Estamos bien? Ahora.
Unlike traveling in Palestine, there are no checkpoints or walls to stop the Palestinians moving around. It seems the obstacles for Palestinos in Cuba are not as physical, but they are just as real.
Límpiate los ojos. Osama, mi mamá.
I was very moved by the reunion. It seemed crazy to me that Louisito and his mum lived in the same country but couldn't meet for all these years. In many ways, it is exactly the sort of story you would hear in my own Palestine.
Así que me estuve diciendo, Yanni, que pescan en el río ese, ¿no?
En el río.
¿Qué se coge ahí?
Pescamos
¿Qué se coge ahí?
playa, tilapita.
Sí. ¿Grande?
No, más o menos chiquitas así. Te vas a quedar hoy aquí.
Louisito's mum is clearly happy to have her naughty boy back, and a party is soon planned for the occasion. While the preparations are being made, I asked Louisito's family what they think is the reason they are called Palestinos.
¿Sabe por qué Palestina? Porque Palestina, por la fuerza de Israel, no tiene territorio. Es dominado por otro. Por eso es. Pero no es porque sea menos tu país.
No, y porque sean malos.
Ni porque sean malos.
No.
Es porque ustedes no son dueños de lo de ustedes.
¿Ya entiende?
Nosotros los recibimos a ustedes aquí como hermanos, a los palestinos. Porque defienden una causa, defienden un ideal. Y nosotros somos fieles a la causa, defendemos esta tierra con la vida.
Finally, I'm finding what I hope the reason for being called Palestinos. Not just poor, displaced, and from the East, but because of association with a spirit, strength, and struggle for a cause. I feel these Cuban Palestinos have a real solidarity with the Palestinians, and I remember why I came to Cuba in the first place. Back home, Louisito picked up his instrument, and for the first time, performed for his family.
Yo quisiera darte todo de mi vida. I'm ready to sing.
The story of Cuba's Palestinians. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for Witness.